30th of January 2025. Welcome to Somalia's premier number one station for news and updates, Dalsan TV. We're coming to you live from Mogadishu, Somalia's headquarters. Tonight, we've quite a full bulletin prepared for you, but lovely viewers, first let's take a look at the stories that are making our headlines. Somali army and local forces recapture Bera Yadbar in Iran region. UK urges Somaliland, SSC Khartoum to exchange prisoners. Puntland calls for unity in fight against ISIS, condemns attacks on foreigners. Now let's delve into a full bulletin. After hours of combat with the Al-Shabaab militant Somali National Army troops backed by local clan militias reclaimed Bera Yabal district and its surrounding territories in the Hiran region on Monday. Bera Yabal is a rural area located between Buleburte and Halgan districts, where Al-Shabaab fighters have reportedly gathered in recent days. Here's a full story.
Somali National Army troops, supported by local clan militias, recaptured Bera Yabal area and its surrounding areas in the Hiran region on Monday after hours of intense fighting with Al-Shabaab militants. Bera Yabal is a rural area situated between Bula Burte and Halgan districts, areas where Al-Shabaab fighters have reportedly been regrouping in the recent days. According to preliminary reports, the operation dealt losses to Al-Shabaab. Defense Minister Abdul Qadir Mohammed Noor praised the efforts of the Somali forces and local militias in defeating the militants. While no official casualty figures have been released, the group has not issued a statement regarding the clashes.
The United Kingdom has urged Somaliland and SSC Khartoum to exchange prisoners as a first step towards de-escalation in a conflict that has uprooted thousands of people and crippled regional trade. Mark is the British ambassador to Somalia, made the request after meeting with Somaliland's newly created peace committee, which was appointed by the President Abdurrahman Mohammed Abdullahi Iro in an effort to calm tensions in the region.
The United Kingdom has called on the Somaliland and SSC Khartoum to exchange prisoners as a first step towards de-escalation in a conflict that has displaced thousands and disrupted trade in the region. British Ambassador to Somalia, Mike Nthivriankis, made the appeal after meeting with Somaliland's newly formed peace committee, which was appointed by President Abdurrahman Mohammed Abdullahi Iro in a bid to contain tensions. The UK's call for prisoner exchange comes against this backdrop of unresolved grievances and fragile ceasefire, with periodic clashes in contested territories. Somaliland's government has publicly committed to resolving the conflict through negotiations rather than military action, with the President Iro reiterating his willingness to engage in dialogue with the SSC Khartoum leaders. The 7-member peace committee, formed earlier this month, has been tasked with identifying solutions to de-escalate tensions, restore stability, and prevent further outbreaks of violence. Meanwhile, traditional elders from Ethiopia's Somali regional state have also joined peace efforts. The delegation recently visited Hargeisa and Las Anod, aiming to mediate between the two sides by leveraging long-standing cultural and historical ties.
The Somali government has finalized technical discussions on the involvement of Egyptian defense forces in the Africa Union Support and Stabilization Mission in Somalia, AUSM, the Defense Ministry asserted, noting the importance of collaboration between the two states. Egypt declared support for Somalia and has since donated weapons to the local troops to assist the country in restoring normalcy by effectively weeding out Al-Shabaab militants. The support was initially opposed by Ethiopia. Egypt requested participation in the mission through the Africa Union, which was accepted by diplomats. Ethiopia is also expected to play a role in AUSM following recent de-escalation of tensions between the two countries.
Somali Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Ambassador Ahmed Muallim Fiqi, confirmed on Monday that Egypt will deploy troops to Somalia under the Africa Union Support and Stabilization Mission in Somalia, AUSM, and through a bilateral agreement with the Somali government. In an interview with the press, Minister Fiqi acknowledged the resistance from certain people against Egypt's participation in the operation. Opponents have raised concerns about the potential impact of the long-standing Egyptian-Ethiopian tensions on Somalia's stability. However, the minister stressed the importance of Egypt's involvement in combating terrorism and reforming the Somali National Army. Fiqi highlighted Somalia's ongoing recovery from past conspiracies and its current focus on eradicating terrorism, particularly ISIS and Al-Shabaab. The collaboration was cemented during the final technical discussions on the Africa Union's Awesome mission, which began its 5-year mandate earlier this year. Somalia Defense Minister reaffirmed Egypt's commitment to assisting Somalia in stabilizing the country and defeating the terrorist groups.
The Chief Justice of the Federal Supreme Court of Somalia, Bashir Yusuf Ahmed, and his accompanying delegation participated in the 8th Conference of the Constitutional Court Presidents of the African countries held in Cairo, Egypt. The conference, which brought together representatives from 44 African nations, Arab countries, and international organizations, focused on the critical role of constitutional review in the judiciary and its impact on social development.
The Chief Justice of the Federal Supreme Court of Somalia, Bashir Yusuf Ahmed, led a delegation to participate in the 8th Conference of the Constitutional Court President of the African countries held in Cairo, Egypt. The conference, attended by representatives from the 44 African countries, Arab nations, and international organizations, focused on the significant role of the constitutional review in strengthening judicial systems and its impact on social development. Over the course of the two-day event, participants engaged in keynotes and discussions centered around the theme of the constitutional review, providing a platform for sharing experiences and addressing the challenges faced by the Supreme Courts and constitutional bodies across the African continent. Topics included the enhancement of the judiciary's role in the constitutional development and improving justice service for the society at large.
Lovely viewers, that's all we are prepared for you tonight from our desk here in Mogadishu. We wish to thank the Dalsan Media fraternity for making this news edition a success, particularly my cameraman Anelka and our producer Adala. Have yourself a lovely night and be blessed.